Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse continues the story of Miles Morales in a film that is sheer eye candy to watch. But what makes it so good? All right, let's jump into the Spider-Verse. First, if you liked this review, please hit subscribe and let me know that you're here. Thanks. I have a lot to say about this film, so I want to start by letting you know that I've split this review into two pieces. This is the movie review where I get into the story and the characters and the plot. And in my next video, I dive into the art and the technology, because those are two things that are really important to me as well. Across the Spider-Verse is spectacular. The film was just great, and it is tough to make a sequel that is as good as the original. And I gotta say, Across the Spider-Verse is better. Because the original film had such strong storyline and well-developed character, and some cool storytelling devices for scene setting information, Across the Spider-Verse was able to simply pick up and jump and run, going straight into Miles's life about year and a half later without any wasted time. I really love that we get straight into the plot. We see what Miles's life is like now, and we get a glimpse into his daily struggles. This feeds directly into the coming conflict that Miles faces as he confronts what it means to be a Spider-Man within the Spider-Verse canon. His fears, his choices, his sacrifices, they all come to a head as his character grows into the hero that he wants to become rather than the hero that everyone else thinks he should be. Because the film just dives straight into Miles's life, staying on the original film's trajectory, Across the Spider-Verse can expand. It reaches into the various lives of the ancillary characters within the multiverse, from the captains to the love interests to the villains, and most importantly, to the other Spider-Men, or should I say the other Spider people. This extra time with Miles's parents lets us experience and understand their strong family bond. And we also see their corresponding multiverse characters through the eyes of the other Spider people, which creates this layered understanding of the characters and why they are so pivotal to the character of Spider-Man. This layering of characters is a fascinating storytelling device that puts every other multiverse story to shame. In both the DC and Marvel universes, this is how you tell a multiverse story. Across the Spider-Verse also doesn't waste any time introducing us to Spot, the villain of the week. We don't see this slow buildup that reveals him as the bad guy. We see Spot trying to be a villain right from the start, and he's just utterly screwing it up. And we see Miles, who is now very comfortable in his role as Spider-Man, confronting Spot. Due to the nature of Spot's condition, there are some hilarious fight scenes and the kind of scenes that we've never seen on the big screen. They are funny and they are fascinating. I really love the villain of Spot. I gotta say, he is a really, really good one. As Spot grows into his villainhood, he gets scarier and the humor does die down to elevate the seriousness of the situation. I wish a little more humor was retained, but that choice does make sense overall. And we also get a lot more of Gwen, which is great because we see her as the hero of her own story, of her own universe. When she is on the screen in those scenes, she easily transitions into the main character of the film as she confronts her own failures as Spider-Woman, as a daughter, and really as a friend. We also get to see so much more of Rio Morales, Miles's mom, and she imparts love and wisdom and parental guidance and concern for her son. It's pretty incredible. I was struck during the film that this is a dynamic we don't actually see that often in a superhero film. This type of family dynamic really is missing from a lot of the films that are out there right now. Either the loving parent is lost already, creating this gaping hole in the hero's heart, or the parent is very shouty and frustrated with the strange actions of their child, who they just don't understand anymore. Instead, Rio blasts past that, and she just gets rid of all of that relationship red tape that we see. And she just loves her son. She loves Miles through thick and thin. And that's different. That's like superhero parenting 101. The family theme has always been strong in Spider-Man, but it is on fire in Across the Spider-Verse. Even better, the movie doubles down on the multiverse family theme and shows the expansive diversity of the Spider People as the heroes behind the masks. We see Peter Parker again, this time as a dad. Plus, we meet Jessica Drew, a pregnant Spider-Woman. Miguel O'Hara, who is suffering from the loss of his family. Pavatir Prabhakar, who is madly in love. And my personal favorite, punk rocker Spider-Man Hobie, who is really in it for his friends. And this brings us to the themes that really play out in Across the Spider-Verse. After seeing so many superhero films that go desperately dark and gritty, especially in the DC universe, it is so nice to see the themes of love and family and friendship as canonical fixtures within the Spider-Verse. This film is also funny. It uses humor to counterbalance the fear and the pain, and it's really nicely done. It keeps the film from being overshadowed and keeps it lighter and more full of hope. And that's primarily because of Miles and who he is as a character. This film really is for anyone or everyone. You don't have to see the first film to get into Across the Spider-Verse, but it would be helpful. It is so good that if you are like me, you're going to want to see it at least twice in the theater because the story, the characters, and the art are just so compelling on screen. Just a reminder that I also have a video where I talk about the art and technology in Across the Spider-Verse. So if you like this review, I think you'll like that one too, and I hope you go watch it. Be sure to hit subscribe and drop a comment in the notes. Let me know what you think about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.